I want to get paid now. And that's what 2024 is about, because you're going to get called a grifter no matter what you do.
Exactly.
2, 1, fire.
I'm Lila Hart.
Hey guys, I'm really happy to welcome to the podcast a comedian. She's a Filipina American. Her name is Lila Hart.
I am Donald Trump's wife.
This is weird. He likes it.
She got a hell of a punch.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Wow, my shot is so good.
Folks, you need to watch The History of Voter Fraud. This is an amazing 2-hour film. This lady and her husband that put it together are incredible. This information is being censored and needs to get out.
Thank you. I'm with the great Alex Jones. What the is this movie even? Sex is overrated. Bitch, please.
Put the gun down, Lila. Put the gun
Get down on your knees.
Lila,
Get on your knees. Guys, I'm back from the bathroom. I've been snorting pixie sticks. And you didn't expect my little ass to just pop in there and be like, who the fuck is in my spot? And then he fucking knew. He fucking knew. All I had to say was, who the hell is parked in my spot, bitch?
Do not. Ow! That was so close, Lila. Oh, Lila, stop!
We're way hotter than them. They're fucking ugly. And we're gonna
not rowing.
I want us to
You
lose.
want to be hot or ugly? Are you hot or are you ugly? Yay, I'll be double fisting too. I am a firearms instructor.
Stop!
Better hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit the like and subscribe button.
Do it now.
Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit
Do
it.
it now. Hit that like and subscribe button. Do it now. Hey, sweethearts. Welcome to a late night Lila episode. Here we are, impromptu. I just got done live streaming for Simcast with the great Chrissy Mayer, and I have a very special guest here with me tonight. Actually, the first guest who I've ever streamed with together. Abel Garcia was my first in-person guest, and then we had my mom, and then we had my dad, and now streaming from Colorado, the amazing, the great, you guys know her, you love her, you see her in the chat. Now you're going to see her beautiful face on screen. Put your hands together, start chatting away, typing away, give her a round of applause. It's Forest Mommy!
That was such a sweet intro. Oh, Lord.
Yay. I'm so excited, Forest Mommy. You guys, we were just on Simcast together, and it was about to wrap up. And in my mind, I was thinking maybe I should do a late night Lila and ask Forest Mommy to come on. As I was thinking that in my mind, she asked me, Forest Mommy was like, hey, are you going to do a late night Lila? I'm like, oh my God, my telekinetic powers are they're being activated from the eclipse, you know? Is it telekinetic or telepathic? Whatever.
ESPN or something like that, you know.
You know, it's happening. Oh my gosh. You guys, I'm so excited. Forest Mommy, you're here. We've got our snacks. I've got Doritos. I've got tea. I've got my water. You've got your little drinkies. We're going to have fun. What is up? We've got 19 sweethearts in the building. Our sexy sweethearts. Forest Mommy, tell us about the room that you're in, because you've got an amazing collection of shoes, and I've always wanted to ask you about it.
Yeah, so it's just a bedroom, and since I don't have kids, I was like, well, we're going to make this bedroom into my closet. So it's like a closet. This whole room has shoes, which I haven't worn much because of all the COVID stuff, but I was like, if I have shoes, I want to see them. Like, they're my art to me, you know, to have them out.
You made an entire bedroom your closet?
Yes.
I love that.
So it's like the man cave, she shed, whatever, all that kind of stuff. But it's just like a whole room. But I have like a closet, and now it's my desk and where I stream from, you know. So it's like my room, I guess you could say. I don't know.
And I love your shoe collection. I love high heels, but I can never wear them. I used to do a show called Two Peas in a Placard with my friend Saucin. She has spinal muscular atrophy, and she has a whole collection of these high heel shoes. And I told her one day, so she's in a wheelchair, and I went over to visit her. We were like streaming or filming an episode, and I was like, oh man, I really wish that I had high heels. Like, I can't walk in them. And she goes, I can't walk in them either. And I was like, that's so funny. So I would wear her shoes on the show, and we would just be like sitting there, or like we take pictures in the shoes. And I like that idea didn't even occur to me. I'm like, I could have a high heel collection because I could stand in them enough for a picture. I just can't.
And you have cowboy boots. Cowboy boots are the best too, man. Have you been realizing that? Like they mold to your feet,
They
and they're
do.
like,
And I wear a kid size, so they're like a lot cheaper.
it's
Like
true.
a regular cowboy
They're
boot.
so expensive. They're like $500 sometimes. Like, really? Come on.
I know, but I'm telling you, Forrest Mommy, if I had regular feet, if I had 2 feet that were the same size, I would probably have a crippling shoe addiction. So I love your high heel collection. I mean, you have great feet. Both your feet work properly. You got a great ass. Forrest Mommy does have the best butt on Twitter. Okay, you really do. Very envious of your 2 of my butt cheeks. One's a little. It's weird because I got paralysis, so I can't do that. So I'm like, you know what? If you got it, it looks good. If I had it, if I had an ass like that, I'd be flaunting it. Every picture would be a back shot. That's what I would do. So.
I love it. I love that one day you were talking like you're like, if I was like normal size and this hot, I would be a bitch.
Oh yeah, I would be. I'm like, you know what? I'm disabled, so I've got to I have to be a sweetheart kind personality. But you know what? Everybody should just be nice. If you're hot as Forrest Mommy, just be nice anyways. Okay? But it'd be a little bit of a bitch. It's not a bad thing to be a little bit of a bitch though, because I think that you don't want people to walk all over you. So it's kind of important to.
You have to put up your boundaries. You have to be like, I'll have fun with you and stuff, but like you can't say that to me. You know what I mean? So like you have to be kind of bitchy. I'm definitely bitchy on Twitter too, because these people like have no social skills sometimes. I'm like, okay, lesson time. Like this is not how you act, So
Okay, give us like a little bit like an about Forrest Mommy life.
my life.
Yeah, whatever you want to talk about.
The day to day. Well, I'm a very spoiled girl, and I don't do like much at this point.
Wait,
in my
so
life.
you are living a spoiled girly life. We love to hear.
Yeah. I got very fortunate for almost 15 years ago, and met a man. I went on my own young, and I worked, and I was broke, and I was like, I learned how the economy actually works versus like fake economy and all this. So yeah, then I met a man, and he was like, you don't like, he had enough money where he's like, you don't have to work. And I didn't have debt. I didn't have a kid, so not very expensive. And I'm a cheap date. I know the shoes throw it off, but none of them were like very expensive ones or anything. So yeah, and he was like, you can just do whatever. And I volunteered. So I was like when I was working, I remember I was so jealous of my boss's like trophy wife because she could go volunteer. And I'm like, I want to go fucking volunteer. Like, I want to go be good for the world, And then when I got it, I paid it forward. I did that. And then the COVID happened. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't pay attention to politics enough. And I was like, oh my God. So then now that's where most of my time is because the politics in Colorado are crazy. So I'm glad I woke up and I'm paying attention. I have a great life, so I can. Like when I ran for my office, it was like, whatever happens, happens. If I got doxxed or whatever, it was like, fuck, it didn't matter. Like it didn't really matter. So I just try to like pay it forward with my good life, and I don't know.
Hey, we love to see a spoiled girly life. I mean, that is incredible. That is amazing. It's like when you have your man that's taking care of you, then you can go out into the world and just like be relaxed into your feminine, and then actually be able to start paying attention to what's going on because you're not in the rat race anymore. He does a good job taking care of you. And I don't care how much those shoes cost. Okay. You got a lot of them. So it's nice that you have them and they look good.
Not that I wear them much anymore, but yeah, it's a great collection. Same thing. Like you were saying, how you and your friend were just like wearing them because she's in a wheelchair. I remember when I started wearing them, I was working a job and I was like, I'm just going to learn how to wear heels. I was like the only one in the office. I was just like walking around,
No, I think it's so fun to dress up, even if you're not going anywhere. It's just like, how many days are we going to get on this planet? I have this bit on stage that I say, I'm like, I like to dress up because if tonight's my last night and I see God, I want to be like, don't you like what you created? Don't you like what you made?
Well, look hot in that casket too. Like I'm like, I want to be tanned. I want to make sure I'm like good.
Trophy mommy. That's right, Adam. She is.
I always say I'm a poor man's trophy wife because like it's not like obscure, it's not like ridiculous. But we just when you live smartly, you can have a good life. Like all these people are like, you have to make $1 billion. It's like no, you just have to not spend $1 billion, and you can.
And you just have to have a man that's generous, okay?
Yes.
And it sounds like you have a generous kind man, and we love to see it. We love a spoiled girly. It's so good. Okay, so you live in Colorado. Did you celebrate 420?
I kind of did. I always do. I'm not sober like you. I'm a terrible person. So
No, you're okay. First of all, that's not terrible. Okay. Everybody is on their own journey of what they're going through. I just happen to be on this journey right now where it's important for me to be sober. But girl, I've had all different parts of my life. And who's to say that was good or bad? It's just all part of it. You know what I'm saying? I think sometimes we get so caught up in this, like, oh, drinking is bad, smoking is bad, or whatever. But it's like, for where I am right now and the things that I need to experience, I've just got to be on this sober path. But are you kidding me? I wish I could just have a little toke here and there. I wish I could, but I can't. I just can't, not right now. And that's okay. I'm on this. Yeah, and it's fine. But it's not good or better. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that sometimes we kind of get lost in the sauce. We're like, this is the ultimate way. And it's like, no, this is just the way for me in my current situation and current life. And it's like, but if you're in Colorado and you can have a beautiful closet and you can relax and smoke and you got a generous man that's spoiling you, who's to say you can't just have a couple beers and smoke a little joint?
I gotta stop with the alcohol though, for real though, because I'm old. I'm almost 40. Like I'm old now, and I'm like, the beer really does. I never drank until COVID. I'm a total COVID statistic. Where like I barely ever drank before COVID, and then I was like, oh my god, I picked up so many bad habits from COVID because it messed with me. It messed with my mind.
I think that we all kind of were collectively traumatized, and then there's like a part 2 of this trauma, right? Where it's like now everybody's acting like we didn't just go through all of that. They didn't
just discriminate against a disabled girl at the store. Like they were all like, we didn't do anything wrong. We were just doing the best we were told. I had a yoga teacher who I was paying privately, and then she eventually went back to work when it opened up, and then she had vaccine only classes. I'm like, that was a total discrimination. And I'm like a normal white bitch and you discriminate against me, and my yoga studio did. And the dancing where I would go dancing, which was a gay club, they discriminated. And it was just like, it was a weird thing to deal with all that. Like, it was just, there was too much I'm never going to forget or forgive either. Like you and Eric too are like, we're on this shit still. Like, it's not.
Yeah. It's really hard when you like, I feel like there was a lot of, either you believe in this or you don't believe in that. And then like people and a lot of friendships got ended over that. And I'm at a point where I'm like, whether you took it or not, or this or that, like I'm forgiving, but yes, I'm not forgetting. And I think people want us to forget that they didn't let a lot of people into places.
Even like Jordan Peterson came out here and did a speak at one point, and it was, you had to be vaccinated to get to it, and I'm like, it's just, there was so much of the stuff that went on. I remember he was tromping around New York when it was where you had to have, in New York, we had to have it. And because he got it out it's just like all sorts of this weird stuff happened, right? Like it was just, and it was my local people. I figured out my local government. So that's why I'm so into local, because I'm like, these idiots ruined people's lives. Like,
see, but that's what I really love about you, Forest Mommy. You're not just somebody that's like saying stuff on Twitter. You're like actually going out into your world, into your community, where you're speaking and you're making a difference and you're talking to people. And I think that what we are in the position that we're in because so many people were afraid to speak, and then the people that did speak out against it, a lot of bad shit happened to us. Like we got punished for speaking out. But it's like, if everybody would have spoke out, if more people would have said something, then there wouldn't have been as many cancellations, But I really commend you that you actually go out into the world. What did you run for?
City council. But even like there's good stuff that happened from that. Like it was kind of like a snowballing event. Now I've met all these people, and like there's so much good energy out here now because there's so many people who went through that and went through all the things we're going with our government here. So it's like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I'm so happy with what happened on Twitter, how I got a little bit bigger on Twitter. It helped kind of build this community. So I have this whole community now because I lost a lot of my friends. So like, you know, that's what's been really good about it. And then just paying attention and learning and having like the culture really is changing out here, which is cool. So yeah.
Isn't it crazy to think that we've never actually met in real life?
It's what? Wait, sorry, what'd you say?
I said, it's crazy that we've never actually met in real life yet.
No.
Not yet, but we will.
We will.
But
I was in Corpus Christi last weekend, and there was one guy came down. I think he says he knew who you and Eric were with the Mises Caucus. So I was like, oh, that's good. Everyone just needs to be friends and build this community up. Whatever you are, you can be whatever party. I don't care. My biggest coalition is Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, unaffiliated. Like, and it's just all these people who come together, and they're like, we don't like the government. I'm like, cool.
So, okay, so you would describe yourself as a libertarian?
Yeah, I mean, technically, I hate the parties, but I still mess with it a little. Like,
so what does that mean for dummies who might be in here? Our sweethearts. We're all smart, but just break it down.
I didn't even go to college. So like technically libertarian is we don't care about the right and the left. We only care about the government power. And like everyone's all scared about the right and left. No, you're scared about the government forcing the right or the left on you, you know? So I'm more focused on the government and making sure they don't have as much power. And at this point, it's not even about the right or the left. The government, people who are in power, even in my local government, they're so like corrupt. They don't even care. They just want to make the government bigger. They want to make like rules for everybody. They want to take more money from us. They want to, you know, all the just all the crazy things they've done over the years, the government with Tuskegee, you know, all the stuff you guys have in your documentaries. And it's like, we can't trust these people. They're no good. They wanted to force sterilizations on disabled people, you know, like there's just all this stuff that you try to like point out to people. But during the whole COVID thing, people lost their mind. Mm-hmm. They lost their mind. It was. So anyways, yeah, that's a libertarian. So I'm technically like part of our party. I help it out a little bit, but I do my own thing, which is just finding people who fight the government, where we go show up and testify at our state capitol and things like that. So, and it's fun. We have a parody guy who I messaged it to Alex. Alex shared it too. And he's funny. He's kind of trying to do that, but not as crazy as Alex, but like just funny parody stuff. And it's great. It really points it in their face, like how stupid the government is and the policies they're doing. So that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now, is just doing that and getting people to stop talking online and maybe do stuff, or at least meet people. And because it's an energy thing, you know, these evil people have bad energy, and that's why they are in the power they are, from their bad energy. So I'm like, we need to get good energy. Not to sound too woo-woo.
You know what? I think I might be libertarian then too. Yeah, I think I'm more on that side too. I think it's funny how I went from like Hollywood, which was mostly left, and I think that the world changed so much that I was like pushed into the right, even though I grew up like in a military family. So I would say grew up more conservative. But then I went out to LA. Then I went from Hollywood to Alex Jones, which I love Alex Jones. It's awesome going on InfoWars. But again, I think I'm more in this point of like, I just don't like government. I like people to have the freedom of choice. That's really what it is. And I think that's, for me, I'm like, I don't care if you wear the damn mask or you want to get stuff shot up your ass. Do whatever you want to do. Just don't make everybody else do it and then make the people who don't do it the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of
what they're doing. They're like, as Abel knows, they're pushing literal policy in to promote transing kids and stuff. Like that's that. If we wouldn't care normally if you were just an adult and you were doing it. I had a huge friends with that. Like, but they're pushing this policy through, which that's where it's scary, because it's like, you know, enforced with guns from the cops and stuff technically. So that's what I just try to focus my energy on. That's why I try not to get into too much like drama and stuff, because I'm like, they're my real enemy. Like I can mostly get along with most people. So yeah, it's Colorado's really bad too. But I was in Corpus Christi, and there were all these Texas libertarians there, and some of them were even saying there's city councils nearby them where they're being pretty progressive and saying like, you can't rent your house out unless you do this, you know, like the same kind of things, taking away property rights from people. And it's happening everywhere. That's what happened in Colorado. It was like secret. All these weirdos moved in and like, ugh, it's wild. So we're trying to do it back with
Did you
hot
grow up
people.
in Colorado?
Mostly, yeah. I moved here when I was 6, so
Where'd
pretty
you
much.
move from?
Chicago. My dad was like, "We're getting the heck out of here." So we moved to like from Chicago to 10 acres with like a forest. That's where the forest came in. And so I grew up like running around feral and whatnot. So yeah, I grew up out here mostly. I saw it change a lot too. It's crazy what's happened out here. It's just interesting, and everyone tells you to leave or move. And like if I was in LA, I would have totally moved too. Like I would have moved, like you guys moved to, like, but everyone's like, I'm not giving up on Colorado, especially the people in the they're so ugly. They're literally ugly, Lila. They are like physically ugly inside and out.
That's why we just need more hot people. I think when
I'm
you're
not,
hot,
yeah, I'm not letting them push me out. And just the other day, I met a hot gun YouTube girl who's getting involved in the fight out here now too. And I'm like, yes, like, and we're fighting. Like, it's fun. I don't know. It feels like it's important. I guess I could do nothing. I could be a spoiled ass bitch and do nothing. So I don't know. I try.
So, before COVID, did you do any traveling?
Not like a lot, like Mexico. My parents have a house in Wisconsin I go to all the time, but yeah, I'm not a huge travel person. I've never been like I like to make my life like a vacation, I guess. I've just never been a huge travel person.
Well, you're living a spoiled girly life, so it is a vacation. That's so awesome. I love that. I love that for you. People ask me, they're like, because I do stand up full time, and they're like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm married. I have a husband. That's how I can, do stand up.
That's how you, and you're both like entrepreneurs and doing your own thing and like building stuff and being creative, which is great. And what you do, especially, you've had to work hard at it for a long time.
And I think that's what made it so sad that I felt like, not that we got kicked out of LA, but I felt like forced to leave, and because I had built my whole career there, and like I felt like things were just about to take off. It was getting to the point, when you're like, I would go hiking and I would always run into somebody I knew, and I like miss that. And now it's getting built back here in Dallas, but you're just in a place for so long, you build community and you just know people, and I feel like I've had to start over, but it's okay.
It is. You're brave, and it was rude. It was their fault. Like what they did to you, especially when you were saying they were like, just lie about the vaccine thing or whatever, and you're just like, it was such a principles thing that we saw people like be unprincipled during all that. In my opinion, it was just people. I still haven't even never taken a test and shit. Like I was so.
I am impressed, Forrest Mama. You never took a COVID test?
No, but I never went anywhere, and I wasn't like where I went dancing, the gay club said you either have to be vaccinated or do a test, and I'm like, I'm not doing a test to go dancing at the it's just, and I didn't have a job, so I didn't have to like do it. A lot of people had to do it for their jobs, which like what the heck, it was. I can't.
Yeah, I think that's the worst part, is that there's so many people who wouldn't have gotten it, but because of their job situations, and I can understand that. Like, you're losing your livelihood. How are you going to support your family? Yeah, they really fucked people.
It was coerced. It was totally coerced, and yeah, like you said, you can't blame them, but.
But
anyway,
on the positive side of things, I feel like I wouldn't have never connected with Chrissy had that not happened to me. Like, she was the first, and do you know that me and Chrissy were actually in an Instagram boost group for like 2 years before we actually like met. So this Instagram boost group was put on by this girl named Jax, who's now passed away, R.I.P. But she put together this boost group where we were supposed to like each other's posts and like comment on things, right? And then the boost group kind of died because then people got angry if like you didn't like their post right away or you didn't comment right away, and I just had to take myself out. And I think Chrissy was on the same boat, like she just took herself out. But we were in this boost group together, and then when the thing happened at the Comedy Store, Chrissy was like the first person to like with a podcast to message me and ask me to come on her show, which was crazy because I remember seeing her post on Twitter where she had said that she's not performing at any venue who requires that. And I remember thinking, oh my God, she's so brave. Like, look at this comedian from New York, without even putting two and two together that we were in this like Instagram boost group, because it wasn't until Chrissy and I interviewed me that she mentioned it. I was like, oh my God, that group was like psychotic, actually, a little bit.
Isn't it wild? The people, like, there's people I never really thought would go that crazy that went crazy. It's so surprising to me, because I wasn't like ever like, oh, I'm super anti-government or anything. And then I was kind of an alternative. My friends were more alternative, and then they just fucking fell for all of it. It's wild. No, that's good. And it was the silver lining was finding all of us people. Like, that was the silver lining, was bringing more strong people together.
And I think it's interesting for us, Mom, because it's like when I lived in LA, you know, before like all this division, like I really have friends from all walks of life, you know, and I too enjoyed going to gay bars and lesbian nights. I remember one time I went to, this was in 2018 or it was 2018. I went to this lesbian bar. Okay. It was after a show. My friend used to run the show called Holler for a Dollar, where the comedians would go on stage and then they would throw like dollar bills at us. And that's how it got paid. It was really fun. And after the show, she was like, Lila, there's like this lesbian night. It was like a party thing at this club. So I went and we get there and she was like, Lady Gaga is in there. And like Lady Gaga had just walked past her. So we go inside and sure enough, Lady Gaga is there. But she is like on the stage. And I was like, oh my God, I just want her to like see me. I want us to just like make eye contact. And we're like standing around for like an hour trying to get her attention, but there's so many people there. And then finally we're like, fuck it. You know what? We're not going to see Lady Gaga, but it's already cool enough that we were in the same building as Lady Gaga. You know what I mean? Like if it's, and we kept all night, we were like, if it's good enough for Gaga, it's good enough for us. So we went to this like little back bar, and then the whole night, the night's over, the place clears out. My friend was like good friends with the owner. So we were still in there like a little bit later, and all the lights are on. And I look up and I swear like not even 10 feet away from me is Lady Gaga. And she looks at me and I look at her and I put my arms out like this. I'm like, Gaga. And my friend comes running and we all meet in this like triangle and like hug. It was like this moment. And she was looking for her friend, Lady Gaga was. And she had these like big old diamond earrings on. And I was like, I like your diamond earrings. I'm Lila. And she's like, hi, Lila. And then she just ran off into the night.
Well, it was such a fun experience.
It was a cool experience, you know, but then now I'm seeing all this stuff where apparently she eats babies, you know, all that. God, I went really deep into the rabbit holes. I don't know how deep did you go in for us?
I mean, to sell your soul for fame, I think they definitely sell their soul for fame a little bit. So
there's some
to that level.
Stuff. But it was a cool moment still. I did have Lady Gaga. Maybe she's doing it adrenochrome. I don't freaking know. But at that time, I wasn't totally awake yet. So I was still in the, you know, this is awesome.
Even if I saw her now, I would still probably be like, that's cool. Like, you'd still think it's kind of cool, right?
It is cool. It is cool. Ugh.
That's how Fast on Wheels. That's exactly how I first met Lila.
Yes. In the night. At a gay bar. That's so funny.
Yeah, the gay bars were so fun. I always went to the ladies' night. It was like the funnest time. I was friends with this huge group of older trans people, and some are like cross dressers because I just get along with older men really well, you know. So like, and they were not all about what's going on now. They were like from a different time, you know, and like, yeah, it just was really interesting how you could like get to know people like that. And now we see what's going on now, and it's
okay. You know what's weird? First, mommy, it's like when I was growing up, I'm 32. So in 2009, when I just graduated from high school, there was like, it was not accepting to be disabled. Okay. It just like wasn't that kind of world. And then I felt like I loved the gay community because they were like just accepting of just people who are different, right? People have like struggle. And so now I feel like there's like this switch where there are things that I do love about, I guess, the body positive movement, right? Like I do like that we have become more accepting of people with disabilities, but I don't like how now I feel like people who are skinny are getting like skinny shamed because now it's like the thing to be fat. You know what I mean? It's like we're living in very strange times, but there's there's some stuff I'm like, oh, this is good. Like, it's good to be accepting of people who have different backgrounds and, sexual orientation and all of that. Like, I do like that. But then I'm like, it's kind of bad that now that it's the whole personality and it's like so super pronoun-y. And I don't mind the pronouns if you look like the thing that you're supposed to look like.
Right.
I don't, I mean, like Blair White, for example, she looks like a woman to me. I'll call her a she. I have no problem doing that, But if you're a dude who just has a beard, like, put more effort in is what I'm saying. Like, you don't come in with the beard and a baseball cap and want to be demanded to be called ma'am. I'm like, you look like a dude.
Yeah, it's weird. It's just authoritarianism almost, like, to demand people call you something anyways. Like, who cares? I don't know. This just seems weird to me. I never had to deal with it, but they also think I think they're doing it for, like, it's fake half the time too. It's on, like, it's not even, they're just faking it for the attention, in my opinion, a lot of times. I'm sure, I don't know if you get sick of, like, when people are like, oh my God, I'm so, like, I have ADHD. I'm the most, like, downtrodden person ever. You're like, bitch, I don't know. I would get so mad at that.
Yeah. I guess for me, what's weird is that I spent so much time trying to actively hide it. I think that's why I'm so good at taking photos, is because I really would hide it. Like, even my 19-year-old self would have thrived in this Zoom, like, just little box streaming timeline. Okay. Because I would have just catfished everybody. Like, I would not have mentioned the fact that I was 4'6". I'd be like, yeah, I'm 5'2". Maybe I'm 6'2". I don't know. I just would have lied. And I don't know. Boris, mommy, did I ever? Maybe I've told this story before, but, like, when I was in college, I matched with this guy on Plenty of Fish. It's like, that was the dating website, and I would catfish guys. I would never tell them, about my disability or anything. And I remember I talked to him for like 3 months on the phone. We Skyped. 2 weeks before he was about to, like, come visit me in real life, we were Skyping, and I delivered that I had spina bifida as if I had fucking cancer. I was, like, crying. It was this whole horrible thing. And obviously it didn't work out with that guy. But, it was just like, what a way to start something. I thought that, if he falls in love with my personality, it's not going to matter that I walk with a limp. But I'm like, you shouldn't start out like that. You should just be honest.
It's not even like, I don't even see you, like, I mean, I haven't seen you in person, but I feel like I would just see you,
And here's what I also wonder. I'm like, how much of that is because I don't care anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just, like, post myself in shorts, and I'm, like, walking around, and, like, I just don't. And I'm like, and how much of that is the world change and people are more accepting? I don't know. I mean, it's great. I'm happy to be where I am now. And I feel like as I'm getting older, I feel like I'm Benjamin Buttoning, in a sense of, like, most of my peers are meeting me at this level of, like, people are losing certain abilities, and I'm like, I've been here the whole time. Does that make sense? It's like, or like, oh, my back hurts, and I'm like, my back's been hurting. They're like, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. But okay, I think you're gonna love.
You're old. You're like 32. You're young.
Okay, but you're gonna love this. I have this theory, and I think you're gonna like it. So, 27, 28. That's old. That's older than 32. Okay, 39 is older than 42. 42 is young. Does it make okay? Let me try to explain to you. I think as you're turning, when I was 29, I felt older than I do now at 32. When I turned 30, I felt old. 31, I was like, it's not that bad. 32, I'm like, I'm fucking hot. 33, I think I'm going to feel really hot. Then I think I'm going to hit 39, 38, and I'm going to feel like, I'm old. Then I turn 40, I'm like, I'm old. Then 41, I'll be like, okay. 42, I'll be like, I'm fucking hot again. So I think that's just part of it. Think about this. 48 sounds older than 52. 52 sounds young and hot.
I even thought 39. I was like, can I just be 40 twice? Because I would rather, because when you're 39, everyone's like, oh, you're almost 40. So I was like, can I just be 40 twice? So what does it matter to be 39?
No, you're going to get to 42 and you're going to be like, I'm fucking hot. I look good. I've got a great ass.
I'm turning 40 in like 2 weeks. And I already.
It's your birthday.
May 8th.
May 8th? Oh, you're an 8. That's a strong number.
I don't know.
Numerology, it's a strong number.
Okay.
Do you want me to read your birthday chart? I have my birthday
Sure.
book. Let's do it. Oh, yay. Okay. It's my favorite. May 8th. Let me grab it. It's right here.
We're doing it.
Yeah, this is the best. We'll learn all about Forest, mommy, you guys. Okay, so this is my birthday book. Here it is.
And it's like is this the numerology
This
stuff?
one's the numerology. This one says who, like, your best friend, like your special someones, all this, like, cool stuff. But 8 is a strong number. My nephew's born 8/8, August 8th.
Ooh.
April. Okay, hold on. Thanks for doing this with me. It's so fun.
Yeah, I know this is fun. I'm gonna have to
you
pee
guys
again after this. I'm gonna pee again.
Okay, that's fine. Do you want to go now?
Are you gonna take a minute to find that?
Yes, just go now because it's a lot of stuff. Okay,
We got a lot to go over.
we got a lot to go over, you guys. It's 2 whole pages and it's fun. I can't wait. Okay, so sweethearts, we've got 32 of you guys in here. We're having a blast. Shout out to Abel Garcia. I know Prob Joe is in the house. We've got Adam, Chris Thompson. I love this theory. Prob Joe agrees with me. 32 is fucking young. 33, hot as hell. It's great. I'm eating chips. Oh my god. Chippies. They're a little bit stale, but it's good.
Cool Ranch is good.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, I'm excited. May 8th. Your big sexy birthday is coming up. You should have you should put together a wish list on Amazon so we can send you birthday presents.
Yeah, get these simps to send me some shit, for Christ's sake.
Yes, we love the simps, okay? It is not a bad thing to be a simp. It's actually fantastic.
It's good. I always said it's like good energy and I use it for good. Like when people are like, I use it for good. I'm not an idiot about it, you know? Like, we use it for good.
Give me that simp energy, okay? It's fucking awesome. Okay, May 8th. Friendly and spontaneous, those born on this day tend to be mentally sharp individuals with personal charm, sometimes displaying an interesting blend of idealism and materialism. Unique people and are warm and sociable. A useful quality is likely to stay with you throughout your life. See, you're going to be young forever. This shows a side of you that is guaranteed to keep others enchanted. That's hot. Since you're likely to be ambitious, your people skills can certainly help you in your climb to the top. With added influence of the sun in Virgo, decadent of Taurus, an enhancement of your ability to be articulate and mentally agile is shown, as well as increased communication skills. This can also bring an ability for critical analysis and a desire for service, as well as a natural aptitude for business. This endows you with the knowledge to gain material resources. See, you're a spoiled girly. You've got all the resources. Image conscious. You are usually aware of how you project yourself to others and generally want to express a strong sense of individuality and style. A wish to transcend the mundane may manifest as a desire for mystical experience, or at the other extreme, confusion, escapism, or impossible dreams. Invariably, though, you like to be honest and direct, and you have a strong urge for freedom. When combined with your practicality, this can enable you to fulfill the potential for success promised by your birthday. After the age of 13, when your progressed sun moves into Gemini, there is an increased desire to express your ideas and interrelate more with others in your immediate surroundings. This may encourage you to study or mentally diversify in some way. This continues around the age of 43. when your progressed sun enters Cancer. As a turning point, this highlights the importance of needing to feel more in touch with your emotions as well as emphasizing your home and family. From the age of 73, when your progressed sun enters Leo, you become more confident and stronger.
Damn, at 73?
So it means you're just going to get hotter.
I'm
And
down.
you've got a youthful energy throughout your whole life. So that's great. Okay, so the next part is your secret self. Since the bright personal qualities associated with your birthday suggest that you can be versatile, it may be necessary for you to have clear aims and objectives. By having precise plans, you can avoid some of the indecision or worry to which you may be prone. A desire for money or life's luxury may lure you away from some of your ideals. So in order to demonstrate your outstanding talents, you may have to decide where your responsibilities truly lie. Fortunately, as you are likely to be blessed with a good mind and ability to learn quickly, you will always have material protection. There is also a strong possibility that education and writing may come to play in your advancement, perhaps after you have completed a career or later in life. Either way, it would prove an excellent outfit for your creativity and expertise with communication. How does this sound?
But I think it sounds pretty good.
I
Like
think it
the
sounds
whole
pretty
like
accurate.
the what?
I think it sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, especially like I'm like materially fine, so I can do these other things. Yeah, I'm down with that. And the acts of service, I'm all about like acts of service. I'm gonna like
And you
show up
like
and tell me what to
people, and you're mentally strong.
do. Yeah, maybe too strong sometimes. I don't know.
Okay, here's the next part, your work and vocation. An ability to make money combined with your charisma indicates that you possess the potential to reach the top of your chosen field. The possibility for success is particularly likely in sales, negotiation, and promotion. Likewise, you may be drawn toward the world of publishing, advertising, and the media, or become involved in law and politics.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Your leadership qualities and ambition may place you in executive and managerial roles. The need for self-expression may inspire you to be creative and may position you among the writers, poets, and actors. Alternatively, your artistic talents may draw you to the world of music, entertainment, and the arts. There could also be success in dealing or working with the land, such as real estate, building, or farming. Famous people who share your birthday include U.S. President Harry S. Truman, mystic Karishamati, writer Thomas Pynchon, Chandler and writer Jane Roberts, and boxer Sonny Liston. That's cool.
That's cool.
Okay, there's two more parts, numerology and then love and relationship. You want to hear
All right.
that? Okay. The strength or power suggested by the number 8 birthday shows a character with strong values and sound judgment. The number 8 often indicates that you aspire to great accomplishment and possess an ambitious nature. A desire for dominance, security, and material success is also implied by this birthday. As a number 8 person, you have a natural business sense and will benefit greatly from developing organizational and executive skills. You may have to learn how to administer or delegate your authority in a fair and just way. A strong need to feel secure or established urges you to make long-term plans and investments. The sub-influence of the number 5 month indicates that you are enthusiastic and restless with strong willpower. Carefree, you benefit from expressing your feelings and learning to communicate exactly how you feel. With self-discipline and a positive outlook, you can make the right impression and gain control. A strong need to feel secure or established urges you to make long-term plans and investments. Positive side, leadership, thoroughness, hard work, tradition, authority, protection, power to heal, good judge of values. Negative, impatience, wastefulness, intolerance, miserliness, restlessness, overwork, domineering, easily discouraged, lack of planning, abusiveness, controlling behavior. Those are the parts you have to work on.
Okay.
I got those too. That sounds like me. Okay, love and relationships. Here's the last part. Your need for stability, security, and the funds to support a certain lifestyle suggests that you are interested in financially helpful people and often get assistance from friends. Idealistic yet practical, you are friendly and sociable and need the security of loyal companions. Affectionate and loving, you can be romantic with those you love. But in order to be happy, make sure you achieve long-term financial stability. Take your time in choosing your relationships. carefully. Otherwise, you can suffer from disillusionment if people do not live up to your high expectations.
Damn.
Yes.
That's the long term. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense.
That does make sense, but it's good. It's good. It sounds like you have standards. You know, you're like, you need to be able to pay some motherfucking bills before you get this.
And I'm like not ridiculous about it. You know, I'm not getting my eyelids down, and you know, I don't do any of that.
No, it says you're practical, so it's
Exactly.
good. That's funny. Fast says, "Do we really need to work in domineering though?" That's funny. No, men like a little dominance.
Yeah, anytime on my page and I like get mad at people, they like it. I'm like, stop. I like can never be like, I'm gonna tell you guys off, and then they're like, ooh, do it. They're like, spit in my mouth. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I love it. The mommy thing though, that does have that effect a little bit, I think, on people online.
How did you become Forest mommy?
The forest thing, because I grew up in forest and like took care of a forest. The mommy thing, I don't know exactly how it happened, but it just kind of did at the beginning of it was towards the beginning of COVID. And I don't know if it was like a blessed mother kind of thing or like a dominatrix kind of thing, but it just kind of worked. And now it's just like even people I've known in real life, they're like that's what they call me, even though they know my real name and everything. So it just works. You have to like keep a moniker, keep a brand. Once you have it,
it works great. I love it.
Thank you.
Are you doing anything special for your birthday?
No, I wanted to have a party at the forest property, but we're renting it out at that time. So I don't know. Maybe just go to a bar or something, but nothing planned.
Well, it's going to be magical. And you're going to feel great. And you're going to be in a new decade.
I will totally post the loot on Twitter. That will definitely happen, though, for sure. Because I'm 40 and hot, you know?
Yeah. And you should be proud of it.
That's what I got for the world, man.
Do you do a lot of yoga? What's your workout routine? How do you stay so fit?
Yeah, so I used to do a ton of yoga before they got weird about COVID. We're wearing masks and hot yoga. Like, what the
fuck? That's so bizarre.
How these stupid women even went along with it. Anyways, but yeah, basically yoga. I walk a lot. I don't know. I just always done a lot of Pilates kind of stuff just on the floor, you know, like your arm stuff, just things like that. Lots of planks. I totally do a ton of planks and all that. So yeah, but yoga is probably number one. Just
are you on the meat diet?
I don't diet at all.
Yeah, me neither. I
try to just eat when I'm hungry, eat what I crave, and then I don't crave too much of it, I guess. I don't know. I have a good metabolism in that regards, because some people work so hard and I'm like, yeah, I'm having French fries.
I think it's the planking too. The planking is really good for your digestive system.
Yeah, and having muscle really burns a lot of just building your muscles really good for you. That I've heard. You burn more calories with muscle than having fat.
I have a weird fucking digestive system. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Is it shorter than did they have to take some of it out?
No, I have all my organs. It's just squished. I have the same size organs as you. Everything is just fucking compacted, you know? Right. So it's imagine your intestines are just more squished together. There's more turns and tunnels it has to go through before it can exit, you know?
Yeah.
So it can get stuck. I gotta do planks. I gotta drink all this fucking water. And then plus, you know what's crazy is I literally have just in the last 2 years really understood my cycle. You know, I got off birth control when I was 27, and you know, every month I felt suicidal, and then I didn't realize till just a couple years ago that I'm oh, this is PMS. This is all that stuff. And then during different times of my month cycle or whatever, I'm more constipated than others. I don't know. I got a lot of shit that I'm working on.
No, that's that really does happen though. Your cycle does do so much and helps you read your body and stuff. And they have everyone on birth control and they don't know. It's hard to pay attention to it.
Wait, so
crazy.
how did you meet Chrissy?
Just through Twitter, and then they just invited me on Simcast one time. So
Oh
because
my
I blew up, I don't know if you knew I got doxxed right after I
yes.
began. But I had been on Chrissy before then. I think she just found me through Twitter. And because like she knows some of the like libertarian comedians like Robbie and um Dave and all them. So I don't know if there was just crossover, but yeah, she just asked me on. It was really nice because I'm like a nobody. So
No, you're somebody. You're Forest Mommy.
where's mommy?
And
I sound like
everyone loves you.
now I'm like I want to be like I hate that I have to do all this though because I like want to be invisible. I'm like want to like just go into my world and like my forest and hide. But I'm like I got to do this now. You got to do it.
So what is your ultimate goal?
To get some of these commies out of our Colorado State House, to get more people involved in their local politics again, more normal parents on the school boards, things like this, more people just knowing what they're doing, all the money they're trying to steal from us constantly, and they're do it under like their moral. They're the good people when they're stealing our money and trying to steal more money. So just getting more people involved, building more communities so people are more self-sufficient, so we don't rely on the government as much. So I don't know, but I don't know how. I guess it's a culture thing, kind of, but I don't know. I'm seeing a little bit of it out here. Like when I ran, all these like old GOP ladies like voted for me and liked me. Like, and I'm kind of like not. They're all figuring out like that's not what's important. The fact that she posts lewds is not important. She's fine, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like there's more important things. So I don't know. I guess just that. Just get people to connect more. I love connecting people. Yeah. I don't know.
No, you have to you're by speaking out, you are part of the cultural movement and shift. And I think like the whole like celebrity stuff is changing. I think people are craving authenticity and being real. And so I think that the fact that you ran for a city council and you're a real person who's like, yeah, I still post sexy pictures. I still do what I want to do. And I'm not going to be turned into this like political person that's like,
Yeah.
I'm perfect. I think we need more of that, of just people being real. I think that's what people are really craving. Like we're kind of over this whole celebrity. Like I feel like celebrity is changing. And Forrest Mommy, you are a bit of a celebrity on Twitter. You are.
A niche, we'll call it a niche Twitter celebrity, right?
Yes, but it's important and it's good and you're doing good work. I think you're inspiring people. And also, it's like we've got 31 people, sweethearts, that are watching us right now, who I know who are also fans of Forest Mommy. And all these people that are watching us, like they're important and we're providing entertainment. They could be watching like some Hollywood live, I don't know, but they're watching us. So we are a cultural shift right now. It's happening here.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
With Forest Mommy and Lila. So what do you have planned this week?
This week not much, thankfully. Not much. Going to a city council meeting. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Probably end up like meeting up with some political stuff, watching my local legislative stuff. So yeah, that's about it. Very, very dull life, technically. So
But no, it's like it's just a spoiled girly soft life where you can make your own schedule, you can sleep in, you can wake up when you want to wake up, and then you can do what's important to you, which is great. That's how it should be.
and I do the responsibilities too. I keep the house. I do all that too.
Yeah, okay. First of all, having a house is a lot of freaking work. There's a lot that needs to get done.
Constant. Especially when you have pets. Especially you have three cats. I'm sure it's like constant vacuuming.
You just got a kitty cat, right?
I have the one, and we're gonna get another dog again soon. But so I still have the cat.
Oh, I miss your dog.
I know. I miss him. I'm just like, I feel so empty without a dog. It's the first time I haven't had a dog, so I'm like, oh, I can't wait till I get another dog. Everything will be so much better. It just like fits everything, when that's all together. So we're looking. I'm a rescuer, so it's got to be the right sitch, the right dog.
How many years did you have him?
I only had him 7 years. We got him when he was 6. So
Oh.
I know I left him. And he was my first little dog, so now I'm all about little dogs. So you can take him everywhere. We'll go on road trips and stuff. So definitely getting another little dog. I like that.
Yeah, I miss him. He was the booty sniffer.
he loved that cat, and him were like best friends. It was she's been sad and lonely, I think, too. So we need to get her another friend.
Did he just get old and that's how he passed away?
Yeah, and he was starting to have he hated the vet and he hated everything like that, right? And he was having his lungs all of a sudden started filling with fluid, and his heart he had a heart problem anyways, and it got really enlarged, and there really wasn't much we could do unless we spent like $5,000 and put him through hell, and he just didn't want that. So got to do it at home, because I'm always afraid, if it's an emergency, that's one thing, you have them at the vet, but if they're getting old and they're in pain and you can do it comfortably at home, that's just what I did with him. So I didn't want him at the vet dying alone in the back would just freak me out. So yeah, they just get old, they just want a dog and they can't dog anymore, and so and I can't believe I put myself through it, and I'm gonna put myself through it again because I'm gonna get another, and I'm a cat, just put yourself. Pets are just so wonderful like that, though.
How old is your kitty cat? It's new, right? You have a new one.
I don't have a new one, but she's 4. So I posted some kitty pictures of her recently, so maybe you saw that.
Okay, I thought there wasn't like a young cat that you had around.
There was one that was at the forest house. There was one I found, but I didn't. It was the neighbor's cat that came up to my house. Yeah, no, I would have kept it though for sure, but he didn't.
And so my cat Muffin just turned 3, last week. He's 3, but he's so large. I don't know. Something's wrong with him. He's really overweight, but he's cute. He always has stuff sticking to his ass. I need to give him a bath. People are like, you shouldn't give a cat a bath. And I'm like, my cat can't. He's he has really short. Yes, and he has short arms because he's a Manx. And it's just, that's why when I usually have him up here, his arms are like this. He can't really get away or swipe because but he's
got his hair around his ass long. Maybe that's
maybe I need to shave it or something. I don't know. It's disgusting, and especially I want to get hardwood floors downstairs because there's been times where there's literally been shit stain on the carpet, and I'm like, oh, it's because of the fucking cat.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
I love our pets.
But yeah, I'm gonna work on my arm thing. I've been doing this every day, and I feel like I'm getting stronger.
Yeah,
and I'm excited.
Oh yeah,
for it. Oh my God, it's been so much fun, Forest Mommy.
Thanks for having me on as your first guest.
Yes, my first in-stream guest, and then we're gonna hang out in real life. Maybe I'll have a show in Colorado. Maybe you're gonna come out here to Texas. It's gonna be freaking awesome. Everybody love and support Forest Mommy. That's her @ She's on Twitter. She posts hot pictures and pictures of animals, and she's constantly on there doing fun stuff. Have a conversation. Do you have any words of advice or wisdom you want to share with any people who might want to make a change in their community, how they should get started, what they should do?
You just go out and find people. Go out and go to the things to find people, other people who care. That's how I found most of my people, just going out and finding them. So, and it sucks because we're all online, so it's hard to do, but you gotta do it.
And we are gonna meet in real life someday.
We are. I want you to come to a Colorado show for sure. We gotta figure something out.
Yes, it's gonna be great. Okay, and then any other thing you want to promote or share or say?
No, just follow me on Twitter. Sometimes I do fun stuff.
And wish her a happy birthday on May 8th. And send her a gift.
I'll probably do a stream on my birthday on my Rumble. I'm pretty sure. So
yes, follow her on Rumble, and you guys support her and tell her she's hot because she is.
Yeah, just tell me I'm hot. I'm old now. Just once in a while.
You are not old, Forest Mama. You are not. You're really not. Okay. Thanks. Sincerely, you're not. Okay. It's just this weird thing of entering a new decade. Literally, that's all it is. When I was turning 30, I was like, oh my God. And then I'm 32. I'm like, I'm hot. I know that's what's going to happen when I turn 40. I'll feel the same way. But I'm telling you, you look fucking great. You're fit. You're hot. You're sassy. You're spoiled. It's all, speak nicely to yourself. You are that bad bitch. Okay.
Thank you.
And you're a super sexy sweetheart. Okay. We are not old here. We are.
True. I like that. I
being
like the
hot.
stream. This is nice and positive. It's good.
Yes. But you're really beautiful, Forest Mama. You really are. And you have a great ass. You have an ass that I wish I had. If I had a regular working body and I got to choose, I'd be like, I would want a Forest Mommy ass. So you know what? You should be proud of it.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's my body.
Yes. All right, you guys. This has been another late night Lila stream. We've had the time of our lives. So don't forget to be kind to one another. But most importantly, be kind to yourself. Look in the mirror. Tell yourself you are that bad, sexy motherfucking superstar, sweetheart, that you are. We love you. Until next time, we'll be back. Good night.